Welcome to the Character Advantage Podcast, where sport and the human spirit collide. Because the game will end, but the growth lasts forever. The scoreboard is temporary, the heart is forever. Here's your host, Coach Dan Williams.
Approximately 70% of children quit organized sports before the age of 13. Not because they lack talent, not because they aren't working hard, but because it stops being fun. And yet at the same time, research on grit and mastery shows us something important. True skill development requires resistance. Deliberate practice stretches you beyond your current ability. It exposes weaknesses. It involves failure. It demands perseverance. So here's the tension. If sports is only fun when it's easy, athletes will quit. If sport is only a grind without meaning, athletes will burn out. So the bridge between those two realities is love of the process. And if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Coach Dan. Some people have jokingly called me the athlete whisperer. I've spent decades in competitive sport, first as a player, now as a coach, and a sports parent walking the elite pathway with my child. Through those experiences, I began developing something called the character advantage. The idea is simple. The greatest advantage an athlete can have isn't just speed, strength, or talent. It's who they become under pressure. So everything here is about strengthening the person before the pressure. And one of the most important attitudes an athlete can develop is this one: love of the process. Now, inside the character advantage framework, the process rests on 5 anchors: ethos, pathos, logos, chronos, and kairos. Now, let's walk through them. Ethos is character. It answers the question, who am I when no one is watching? In sport, ethos shows up as respect for officials, or ownership of mistakes, or humility in victory, or even composure in defeat. You see, if ethos is weak, identity becomes tied to outcomes. And when ethos is strong, identity stays stable. Athletes who love the process understand something important. Every drill, every mistake, every repetition is shaping who they are becoming. Now, athletes, they feel everything: pressure, fear, frustration, excitement, doubt. Pathos is emotional energy. The process teaches athletes how to direct it. Now, there's a famous psychological idea called the white bear problem. Now, try not to think about a polar bear, and suddenly, that's all you can think about. In sport, it sounds like this: don't mess up. Don't get nervous. Don't miss. Suppressing the thought makes it stronger. So instead, you use a replacement thought. So instead of don't get nervous, I'm excited. I'm ready. Instead of don't miss, strike it clean. Athletes who love the process learn to guide their attention rather than fight their emotions. Now, logos is clear thinking. It's the discipline of separating fact from story. Fact is, I missed the shot. The story I'm telling myself, I'm terrible. Fact is, coach didn't start you. The story you're telling yourself, coach doesn't believe in me. Logos trains the athlete to focus on the controllables. Everything in sport fits into 3 buckets. What's in your control, what's out of your control, and what's within your influence. Love of the process lives in the bucket 1. Effort, preparation, attitude, response. That's where growth happens. Now, chronos is time, developmental time. Most athletes struggle here. They expect immediate results, immediate recognition, immediate rewards. But mastery compounds quietly. Roots grow before fruit appears. Chronos reminds us that skill precedes the spotlight. Process precedes the payoff. And this is where reflection becomes powerful. I once coached 2 athletes who practiced the same drills, played in the same games, and had similar talent. After every game, the first athlete packed their bag and left. If they played well, they felt good about themselves. If they played poorly, they felt frustrated. But either way, the experience ended there. The second athlete did something different. After every game, they asked 3 questions. What went well? What didn't go well? What will I do differently next time? They wrote it down. They reflected on it. 5 minutes. Now, here's the key. Both athletes accumulated the same experiences, but only one accumulated the learning. Because we don't learn from experiences, actually. We learn from reflecting on those experiences. Reflection turns mistakes into instruction. And over time, that's how process compounds. Now, Kairos is decisive time. The big game, the championship moment, that opportunity in training. Kairos rewards Chronos. You can't fake readiness. And this reminds me of a story about Kobe Bryant. Now, as the story is told, during the 2008 Olympics, members of the U.S. basketball team were shocked when they arrived at the gym for practice. Kobe had already been there for hours. He had finished a full workout before anyone else had arrived. Later that day, one of the trainers asked him, "Why?" And Kobe said something simple. "I saw you watching my workout this morning. I wanted you to know that I do it every day." That wasn't about the Olympics. That was about years of loving the process. Those early mornings, those quiet repetitions, those invisible hours, Kairos moments, the championships, the big shots, they're all built in those quiet places along the journey, well before the spotlight arrives. Parents, this is where we must be careful. If sport becomes only about rankings, scholarships, or applause, joy becomes fragile. But when athletes understand that sport is shaping character, emotional maturity, decision-making, patience, courage, then enjoyment deepens. Not because it's easy, because it's meaningful. Athletes find purpose in mastering a skill, belonging to a team, overcoming adversity, and improving day by day. And in my experience, naturally gifted athletes, yes, win games. But athletes who love the process, they build legacies. So if 70% of kids quit sports by the age of 13, the answer isn't removing resistance. It's reframing it. Resistance isn't rejection. Failure isn't final. Time isn't the enemy. Feelings aren't your master. Love the process, because the athlete who learns to love the process will stay standing when the pressure arrives.